like that. I like that. I like that. I like that. I like that.
I had to leave that up there an extra second so everybody know that, you know, what the disclaimer says. And the disclaimer is what it is. It says, Jamal, you can't sit there.
Hello, everybody. Yes, indeed.
Let me do what I need to do, please.
Indeed. Well, hello, everybody. Yes,
Y'all, please
indeed.
come get this man.
Yes, indeed.
He got the computer set up already, but he want to sit there so it can echo. It will echo. It will be a disruption.
There's no echo. Do you hear echo now?
No, but then you got to keep cutting it off, then it's going to be an echo. Revere here.
I'm not going to
revere her.
Her, right, her.
Oh, okay. I couldn't see all of it. You know, what the hell that mean?
Paul Revere.
Paul Revere. Yeah, Paul Revere. Yeah, but revere her. The British are coming.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anyway, how y'all doing?
Good.
Managing.
Okay.
All is well.
Keyshawn, you got very your internet is kind of slow. But yeah, we'll get it right. Anyway, we got a lot to discuss tonight, and that is the unshoveling of America. And I think we got some difficult days ahead. But we as a people will get to the promised land.
That's right.
Y'all, that was King. Y'all are old enough to know King, man. What's y'all? Y'all trying to tell me y'all don't know King?
We know. We letting you do your thing. We letting you cook right now.
Oh, okay. Let me cook then. But anyway, we got we'll be talking about the election and what happened in the election and everything that went on. And we're happy for what happened in Chatham County. We only had one Democrat that was running locally that lost, and two overall out of about 20 something, I guess, races. And I'm not saying that because I'm a Democrat, and I'm saying that because I knew that how important it was that we make some headwaves and do some things to show off, just in case what happened last night happened. We don't need a bunch of fools in office here with a bunch of fools in Washington in office. So we can probably, wane off of that a little bit. But some areas are going to be harder hit than us because they don't have that type of safeguard, that type of protection around them as we might have. So that's what the whole thing is. Anyway, the talent is really being. I'm gonna have to look and see. This is the talent. The talent thinks that he has privileges that he don't have, and this is the contract for the talent. And the talent wants to be disobedient. That's the talent. He calls himself the talent. He say he should not have to do this and do that and do this. So
I see all 32.
Yeah, so the talent just got to be recognized and understand that if he keep messing up, this contract is null and void. So we're gonna see whether it get ripped up tonight because the talent is disobedient
The talent.
to the rules and policies of this network. So yeah, y'all see me with my Coleman for Sheriff sign t-shirt on. We for the first time in Chatham County's history, the first time in the history of Chatham County, we now have an African American sheriff, and I am so proud of my brother Richard Coleman. Great guy, and I'm sure that he'll do a great job. And we want to tell Sheriff Wilcher that we appreciate everything he's done over the 45, 50 years that he's been in office, and he's been a great guy. We all admire him. They both ran great races, and I'm sure that neither one will miss a beat.
Ricky went to the wrong high school. Ricky went to the wrong high school. He went to the wrong high school.
Johnson High is the wrong high?
Absolutely.
The best high school in Savannah, Georgia.
Mute him.
Well, hey, I must say, you got Warnock and now the sheriff, both from Johnson High School. Well, I'm going to reserve my judgment on the senator tonight. Luckily, the Senate was not on the line. Otherwise, we probably be having another discussion. And I will reserve my judgment on the new sheriff, now sheriff-elect. I'm not a big fan of cops. We may get into this discussion tonight, but I'm not big into cops in general, personally. Mm-hmm. It is my hope that Sheriff Coleman serves the people well in a way that the people needs to be served. Mm-hmm. Hopefully something a little bit different than what we've been used to here in Chatham County.
Obviously, you haven't looked at Run Tell That, because he discussed that on Run Tell That. We said he had an excellent idea that nobody else had thought about at all. So obviously, you don't look at the shows of our black media. That's what I'm talking about. That's why I tell my damn contract.
Well, that is great that we have this platform so that I can go back and watch when needed. Again,
when bored, when we have nothing to do and you're just absolutely bored.
I know. I've done that. I've done that.
Yeah, and
I watch y'all stuff.
Cozy uses Run Tell That for her kitty litter. So
don't things out like that. Don't do that, because people might believe you.
I got several copies of his contract.
People might believe you. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I got several copies of his contract here, y'all.
That looks like some sweepstakes junk mail you got.
No, that's a certified copy of his contract.
Sweepstakes.
Yeah.
Legal in the state of Pennsylvania, but that's another conversation for a little bit later.
Okay, well, let's get on to the soft stuff. Robert, did you put that stuff up yet?
What stuff? What? Oh no, I was like, what in the world?
Okay, well, we're going to get into general discussion. We had a couple of topics for general discussion. Don't forget that we have a cruise that you need to book by the 10th, which is in 4 days. You need to book your cruise.
Yep.
Going on this world renowned, better than Tom Joyner's summer cruise. This one here is going to be the Diddy Bum, whatever the name of that. All these cats here be there with y'all. So y'all just got to make sure that y'all book your cruise, book your cruise, book your cruise, book your cruise.
I don't see Charlie Brown in there.
Charlie Brown say move his face off of
Julius Hall had to remove everything
because he said that he wanted to be paid for his image and kind or whatever the name of that thing is. What is it, Jamal? The
name, image, and likeness.
Name, image, and likeness. So he wanted to get paid for putting his picture on there. So I removed it. There go Bernard again. He keep bouncing in and out. You all right?
Yeah, I'm trying to. Like I say, they got a new system here on StreamYard, so I'm trying to get this shit right. But not in a good mood. I don't know why I came on this shit. But anyway.
You're not in a good mood?
Nah. And I ain't here to be clowning around because this is more serious.
Hold on. We do here every week. Now, if you don't feel
listen, I'm just telling you. I
got to give it to you because this ain't America at the dog. This the Rabble. I know things.
What it is. I know what it is.
I do what you want on America at the dog.
I know you run things on here. I ain't trying to run things, Jew. I'm just telling you, just in case I get out of pocket, y'all put me in the pocket. I know this the Rabble. I know what this show it is. I changed my damn name anyway. It's not America Out There no more. It's Bernard Brown after dog. Shit. Hell with America. All right. I had a moment. Let's move on.
Marie says she want to hear how I feel about Trump. You're gonna hear how everybody feel in a minute. We're gonna get past Trump. Don't y'all even worry about it. The topic will be in Trump. We'll get to it. We got some other stuff. Trump is our warm up. We're warming up to him. We're warming up to everything. See, and it's a good thing. Hey, Trump won. We got that makes us come together a little bit closer. That makes us want to do things a little bit better. So let's go with our first topic and we go from there. It's just some lighthearted stuff that I pull so that we could put in somewhere, and then we'll get on to our stuff. Jamal, did you put something in there?
Yes, I did.
Oh, okay. Let me know when it's supposed to play.
No people built the pyramids.
No people? Who built them?
No people built the pyramids. And if you look around the world, you see certain telltale things that let you know that advanced machinery was in usage. Yes, thousands of years worth of people were there. That doesn't have anything to do with the building of it.
Who do you think built it?
If you follow that information pathway, it leads you to this character called Thoth. And the emerald tablets of Thoth are literally mind-changing and mind-blowing.
The Egyptian god Thoth appeared in Greco-Roman Egypt. Those texts, known as the Hermetica, are a heterogeneous collection of works that in the modern day era are commonly subdivided into two groups. The technical Hermetica, comprising of astrological, medico-botanical, alchemical, and magical writings, and the religio-philosophical Hermetica, comprising of mystical philosophical writings. Holy so this dude was probably an alien.
He literally says, hey, there's a spaceship on Earth, and this is where it is. Even if you could do it, let me ask you this. Would you build it on sand?
Good question.
Okay. So That was a very good observation about building the pyramid. See, y'all think that people who think past what you all are thinking, that we're crazy.
Correct.
You know, but when you do your history and you read and you're well read, you'll start throwing some of the stuff that you believed all your life out the door.
Out the window.
You know, and because then you'll say I was lied to. So that's just part of growing. You have to be able to say, I'm open to listening. And like he said, no, you know, Cat, you know, he has a genius IQ. He reads. He does a whole lot. But you have to be able to sit down and not want to disregard and block everything that you see. Because where did they get this other information from? These tablets and information and all this stuff is older than it predates the Bible by thousands of years.
Thousands.
And so you could believe one thing, but you can't believe a fact that was left here, scribed into the walls. He makes a great point. How did they build that? They can't duplicate it now. You know,
to this day,
it was some advanced machinery that built that. Now I tell Jamal them, they don't believe that that there's somebody else out there. They think it's just us. Like we just happen to be here. Life just exists. You know, yeah, God just put us here. Yeah, right. You know, it's more than us.
Yeah. Can I make a side note, please?
Yes, ma'am. I'm finished.
If anyone's interested in where that video came from, it's Cat Williams on the Joe Rogan Experience, ROGAN, Joe Rogan.
Okay. So she, Jamal, what's your thoughts?
Sabrina, one of my viewers, said that they could not get on Facebook with regards to my show. And so all of a sudden I see, but the Rabble is fine. That's why they be trying to deny me. But that's one thing. That's a side note. So I want Sabrina to know that I did address it. So I was listening to that, and I was like, once again, why do we let the Buckers down? Why do we let these other people go and give us this stuff? And so we follow up with the stuff. So one, when they said Greco-Roman thought goes to like Kemet or something like that, or something, yes. I'm listening to it, that the proper name was Tahuti. And so again, with regards to that, they're trying to steal our stuff again and give it to other people. And so that's why those who do that, just like I said on my show, shut up with your stupidity.
Next, Keyshawn.
I don't care for Joe Rogan like that. Again, packaging on history and culture back to us. It is a playbook. It is a play out the playbook as old as white supremacy itself. I have nothing else.
You said white supremacy, right?
Robert?
Yes.
Well, I think everything's been said, and if Cozy, you need some more time, I'll defer to you. But I think all's been said on that.
I just you mentioned that it's Greco-Roman. Is it so that the Greeks invaded that area? Kemet?
What did they say? Did they say that the Greco-Roman thought came went to Egypt? That's what I'm saying. That as opposed to just saying, why focus on that? I'm just throwing it out there and going along with regard to Keyshawn. Why as opposed to when people got understanding, like go to the original. That's what all our people always say. We go to the original. We don't play games. For me to even sit down and play a game with people like that, I'm entertaining them and I'm giving them respect when they should not be getting no respect. And so that's why we're gonna play it. I'm like Tahuti. So if we gotta go the round Nefer Amen, with again when we talk about all this right here, we go to the Het and the Tur, we go to the houses of God. It's all right there. So again, They let somebody else go and throw some stuff at us. And so it sounds fanciful. We like it and we're attracted to it. So, but that is a show that's going to be coming up next year on Our Black Media. Aliens, they are amongst us.
Yes, they are.
That's correct. That's a new show, Our Alien Nation. It starts in a few weeks. I don't know what it starts. I think it starts January the 2nd or something. I don't know, somewhere up around there. What's first of no, it can't start on the first. That's New Year's. It starts the 2nd or the 3rd. So whatever day it starts, we'll be there. We'll let y'all know. The everything will be out on it after a while. Bernard, did you see that? About who built the pyramids? We can't hear you.
Okay. I think I got too much. I had to free some of the space in my tablet. I think that's what it is.
Shit, leave me, I know.
Yeah.
You don't have all day.
Yeah. Shit, yeah, man.
You missed it for real.
I'm a damn alien tonight. I'm an alien. Yeah. Now I didn't see it.
Yeah, it was just talking about how the pyramids were being built and nobody else has ever built it. And then Cat Williams made a great observation. Would you build it on sand? It was a great observation. Here's another phenomenal.
It's called the Wall of Benin, like one of the world's largest structures. But I've never known about it. And it was in Nigeria. It was the capital city, but they made interconnecting walls that stretched over 10,000 miles. And it was all man-made. And it was like the world's largest structure. But the British destroyed it in 1897 when they were colonizing it.
Lame.
But that's enough wall to circle the United States 3 times.
It says 4 times longer than the Great Wall of China.
How have I never heard of that?
That's what I'm saying. Even the people of Nigeria now, they don't even know about it. So like people are trying to like discover more about it to teach them of their ancient culture and stuff.
They started in 800 AD and continued until 1460 AD.
Yeah, they said it took 150 million man hours to build.
Very little remains today. How is that possible?
Because the British destroyed it.
All of it.
Imperialism.
Yeah. Is that not insane?
That's crazy.
Yeah, never heard of it before.
Yeah,
let me start.
I heard of it. Go ahead.
I want to say this is going to be a major theme I stick to tonight. How y'all gonna let white folk tell you about your stuff? What pissed me off with that thing is the people in Nigeria didn't know about it. How the fuck they don't know about their own shit? Excuse me. I don't usually do all this, but enough is enough. It pisses me off that y'all let these white teachers tell y'all how y'all children act. But we gonna sit here and let these white folk tell you that they don't know about the shit in their backyard. Come the fuck on,
Robert. You have to.
I know it, but I'm sorry, y'all.
But I'm saying you have all the right in the world to pull up one where they're telling you that they knew about it.
But I'm just saying, because some people, I'm like this now. We got to be very raw about it, and I don't. It just baffles me. And this is going to be a theme tonight. We'll stop letting folk that don't look like you talk about your stuff. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, we need.
If you ain't gonna tell me how to be a black man or a person of color, if you ain't no person of color, like this, I just don't. It blows my mind that this is a thing that we hear, and then as you heard Dr. Torre say, when they come tell you about all the mythical pieces of it, and it sounds great, and it has the gravy on it, and the mashed potatoes and the grease, and we just eat it up, and some people just go. I don't get it. Enough is enough.
Well, not only that,
he taught me a long time ago the idea of spookism and creating mythology. That's all that is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Bernard.
Not only them. Sometimes you got to stop believing what the people who look like us tell us too.
That's true.
You got to throw everybody in this damn boat tonight now. You got to throw the white, the black, the green, the purple, the yellow, the Chinese, the mustard, all that. You know, I was at practice the other night, man, I damn near tore my knee up. That's why I look like I'm in a lot of pain. I probably, when I leave here, I'm going to go to the hospital. But at the end of the day, stop believing what people tell you, especially white people. Stop letting people do whatever they want to do to us. You see what I'm saying? You know, y'all, they can sit back and y'all just let people just talk shit about y'all. Y'all just let people do whatever they want to do to y'all, and then y'all don't say anything. And then when y'all get behind closed doors, that's when y'all want to say it. You know, you get out of line, I'm gonna put your ass in the pocket right then and there in front of you. That's called respect. If you don't respect yourself, you ain't gonna let the rest of them ain't gonna respect you. Period.
Someone made a great comment that you just put up, Julius, that Black Americans, yes, know more about the history of African-born Africans. I believe that. Yeah. Yeah.
How so?
It's not that I don't think they cared, those that were born there, but the scholars from here had such an interest in it, I believe, and studied that shit and brought it back home.
That's like me saying I know more about a woman's body.
Well, the person said it, and I agree. I think it was a great observation.
Jamal, go ahead.
Yeah, that is absolutely incorrect. And the person who said that is some bull crap. Because if that was the truth, then Black folks would not be functioning like this right now, not even understanding connected. I just had some people from Canada with me. Black folks don't even understand their histories around them all the time, every day of their fucking life here in the United States. And how is that? One simple thing is the food that you eat. How we don't even, so I tell people, I tell these Caucasians, especially I had these Caucasians, I said that, check this out. I said, Black folks think Popeyes and Colonel Sanders is the reason why they got this stuff. So I'm just throwing it out there. So guess what? No, that's mythology. So I'm going to throw this out there. And so when they talk about Benin, that is absolutely false. That's why I was just waiting. Absolutely false, because the British. So now let me go and give y'all some other insight that they don't know. And that's why I tell people, I say, guess what? People come tell you some stuff and see it. And I tell them, I got third graders who know more about history and culture than the so-called experts, because I give it to them. I give it to them and they know more, because guess what? The very insult that you even talk about the wall of Benin is that there was something called Benin bronzes. The Benin bronzes, guess where they are? They're in London. They're in England right now. And that
stolen
bronzes, how the Oba, which means it's the king, and how they do their coronation. That when they stole stuff, they were destroying stuff throughout Africa to make it called. That's why the name called the Dark Continent. They say y'all never did anything in Africa. So Black folks over here in the United States cannot say. When you talk about the scholars, it was the scholars in Nigeria who want to say that the Middle Passage was not the largest part. It was the land. So that's and Dr. John Henry Clark acknowledged that. So I'm just throwing it out there. When people say that stuff, we got to stop that. And all that does is aid the oppressor with regards to that.
Didn't the white woman name Nigeria? What was it called before that?
It depends on which ethnic group you're dealing with. And so even with that, you got Niger. So I'm like saying Sudan. So I'm like, so again, some Caucasian woman did that. What the hell? Stop that shit.
Cozy, I'm all for this.
What's going on around here with us? I'm just saying, I ain't picking on one person. I'm just saying, we cannot. That's why we have done the stupid stuff that we have done. Because people misguide us and mislead us, and we spit it out in social media. That's why I'm really looking at that type of social media stuff. That's what happens. I used to tell people this right here, and I'm gonna end up on this, sir. That I used to tell people, I say it takes 10 years for something to become true. If you continue to tell for 10 years, that's why I used to say in early 2000 and the 90s. But in the 2010s, I told folks, no, it ain't. It takes less than 10 years. It could be a year. I said, because the influence of social media. So that's why I say, well, we spit the social media stuff out. Yo, stop that. But yes, the Great Wall of Benin was greater than the Great Pyramid of Egypt. So again, I'm like saying, and right now, Black folks on the continent and in Europe, because it's a brother in parliament who is saying, return the Benin bronzes.
Yo, let me ask you this, Cozy. Why is it that we understand and know so much more about Israel than the country that our ancestors are from?
Well, that's been.
Does that even catch? We're gonna talk about this later. I'm gonna make this full circle tonight. We know and protect so much. Israel is so wonderful because this blue-eyed, stringy-haired man came about to help us all,
and everybody ain't gonna make everybody's life better, we'll believe anything. We have more value in Israel and don't even understand because people that don't look like us has told us lies for years. And so at what point I struggle, and we're going to talk about this later, but I struggle with it because at some point people got to start thinking a little bit broader and being a little more intellectual. What I mean by that is go get your own information. You can tell me right now, right, that, you know, the sky is blue, but until I literally go out there and do my research, go look at artifacts, compare, contrast, and then look up and then say, you know what, maybe it is blue. But until I do all the behind the scenes work, I need people to really start being a little more serious about living and stop believing all the bullshit that comes in your daily plate. Your lens and your brain are your responsibility. Correct. And so we watch so much TV and get fed so much CNN and Fox News that we just start drinking whatever Kool-Aid and catch mental diabetes.
If I can, Bernard, you didn't have nothing before I.
No, I think
this is on the wall of Benin. I agree with you all to a certain extent. The reason that I have a little indifference to it is that you can't fault those people that are being taught. Y'all ain't teaching them. So if y'all ain't teaching them, who the hell gonna teach it? We need to document everything that we're doing so that they can learn. Some people ain't never heard of the Wall of Benin until now. And Jamal just straightened them. And he told them what it was. But they don't know.
Right. So we can't hold that against them. That's why we're here.
You can't hold. Now they're saying, okay, well, here's a scholar who's telling us something different. Let me go look. They didn't even know anything about it.
Right.
Never heard of it.
Right.
But now here's a scholar who can tell us. So we can't fault that 17, 18-year-old for not knowing because they saw that video. No. It piqued their interest and their curiosity. Say, damn, that's the first thing they're going to say. 10,000-mile wall, the highest wall ever built in the world. That's the first thing they're going to think. You know? And so until you give them the correct information, we can't jump on them and beat all down their throat. Like he said on his show earlier, we're letting people that don't care about us educate us.
Yes.
So what are we going to get? Their education.
Yeah, miseducation.
Yeah. What you come in here to say something, Miss Jamal?
Can I get my contract back?
I'm going to tear that mother up in 1 minute. I'm going to tear it up in 1 minute. Leave your post one more time and we'll get tore up. We'll be right back.
Need your garments cleaned with care and with a professional touch? Then bring them to One Price Cleaners in Garden City at the Old Farmers Market on Highway 80. Service you can count on.
Let me ask y'all something. Are y'all happy that this election period is over? Because good Lord, I'm tired of all them bad.
Yes, Lord.
I haven't watched the news since yesterday. I will watch my shows that I watch at 10 o'clock. I usually watch Lawrence O'Donnell. I like him because he's real hard on a lot of people. Somebody told me that they gave a critique of what I do and told me that I bash too many people. And I told them I'm in the news. That's what the news does. You know, I need to tell them to go look at Lawrence O'Donnell's show, but he look at Fox too much, so I can't tell him that. I ain't call your name, so don't go jumping over me. I ain't call your name.
Yes.
Here's one for you, Bernard.
But first of all, let them know that every group on this earth understands that you're in a team relationship. Racism is a team sport. It came into existence as a team. You play as a team or you lose by default. And only with black folk do people get upset when black folks start talking about coming together and uniting and working together and cooperating together, buying from each other and supporting each other. You know why? For a simple reason that everybody understands. When you come together and unify, that signifies strength. And right now, everybody right now is pimping and hustling black folk. They've been pimping and hustling black folk for 400 or 500 years. We spend approximately 97% to 98% of all our money outside of our own community, as an example. And we don't practice group economics. We don't practice group politics. All that makes, when we spend 98% of all our money outside of our community, what that does, it makes the other groups enriched. They now are living off of two incomes. They live off of 100% of their money and 98% of our money.
Damn shame.
Yeah.
I
agree what he said. I agree with everything he said. My thing is this. You got a lot of people that look like a jump on and ride other people back that's doing all the work, but they want some of the fucking credit for it. And I am so glad this election is over. It's been draining. All of them, Jamal and everybody, and Jews and all of. We bust our ass, man, and we put our heart and soul hitting the community, telling people to vote this, and that. It wore me out. And so when the outcome came last night, I was devastated. My phone stopped blowing up. And let me say this out. Let me tell y'all, the next time y'all give WTOC my goddamn number, and I don't know who did it, I'm going to cut their ass out. And I'm just want to say that, Savannah, Georgia. That's what I want to get that off my chest, you know.
Somebody gave WTOC your number?
He's freezing.
Oh, he's frozen.
I think it was Cozy. I think it was Cozy who did it.
My reach is not that long.
Oh man, Bernard, I froze up. Bernard, you there?
He's back.
I don't know what's going on here.
Yeah, somebody gave.
It might be mine. I don't know what's going on here.
Can you hear us?
He's freezing, Bernard.
Yeah, I know it. I don't know. I need to. Might be the internet.
Probably need to go to use your telephone if the iPad don't work.
Yeah. Then I got on my phone. Then probably need to call.
Oh, why you gave WTOC Bernard number?
I don't. My reach is not that long. I don't know anyone at WTOC today.
Okay, Bernard, we're gonna do an investigation and find out who gave WTOC your number.
Yeah, they got the damn message. They got the message.
I got a good idea.
So
somebody 2 weeks back. Bless me.
Shit, I said Jamal talked for me. Y'all call him. He don't want WNCAA or all that. I said call him. You don't need to know my opinion. What the hell I think about? I already told you what I think about, man. I think it's a disgrace. And they need to call a state of emergency in Savannah, Georgia, and in every way, man. You know what I'm saying? I get tired of us fighting for these Negroes and none of them fight for us. But they want to throw us under the bus. Man, please, hell with that. I don't like nobody.
May I offer something, please?
Go ahead.
If anyone is interested in the video that was played, that is Dr. Claude Anderson, and the name of that show is The Rock Newman Show. Dr. Claude Anderson.
I come at this election cycle from a different perspective because I'm just going to be real. I voted for Harris. I didn't want to. I come almost exclusively from trying to do some community organizing this election cycle. Mm-hmm. Why? Honestly, I felt like the Democratic Party did not care for my various stances of my colleagues and fellow organizers. And so you got me out to vote. This this election cycle is trash. Never again. And hopefully, and I'm sure we're gonna get into this a little bit more, hopefully. But I mean, but there's a part of me that's a little bit unburdened because this could have been avoided. This could have been avoided in so many directions, but it wasn't. And so here we are. I think back to, you want to know the 4 things that dominated this election? This entire election?
Oh, we want to know in a few minutes.
Palestine? I'll be real quick. Palestine?
You said a few minutes.
COVID? But I want you to explain all that during that segment. We don't want you to give it to us.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we going to the election in a minute. I want you to give it all to us. And because it's gonna be a whole hour and something of that talk in a few minutes.
Woo!
And so y'all were real live on the text thread today. So
y'all sure acted the ass
today, and tell us how you feel.
Ringleader.
I don't know where Sandra at. Don't worry. The AKAs they weren't powerful enough. You can't clap behind the doors. You gotta knock on doors. You know,
my God.
So
my God is Zion.
So it's just a failure of a massive. I'm gonna talk bad about it. So y'all get ready.
Oh,
what was the subject? Where we at?
Why is it a serious matter?
What you want, Jamal? What you want? Remember, Jamal. Remember.
That's the deed to the house. That's the deed to the house right there.
So it's a deed to my life. It's a deed to my life. I don't like it. My life. It's a deed to my life. So can I play the video? Can I?
Yes, you can. And if it's a video for you to play.
All right.
This ain't run tell that. This ain't run tell that.
The producer said the talent.
But that was kind of bossy. I didn't appreciate that approach.
We, the so-called minority in this country, are in trouble. But the country may be doomed. The Western world, in any case, is certainly doomed. Because the economic system, which is responsible for our presence in this park, and responsible for the deaths in so many ways of so many black boys and girls, the greed that rules this country, the indifference to human life which rules this country, is something that the world cannot afford. And what the world cannot afford, the world has always found a way to get rid of. We are talking about the end of a kingdom, the end of a way of thought, the end of a certain sense of reality. But it is important to remember that whereas we may be minority legally in this country, we are majority in the world. And between now and the year 2000, which is only 20 years, we must find a way to forge the links which will save us all over the world.
Click the link in the bio to get the book.
Word.
Great, Jamal.
Word.
Tell us what.
That was James Baldwin. You know, Baldwin, powerful figure. And I tell folks, I have a James Baldwin test. I tell people, I say, when someone say that they're gay, lesbian, always I'm gonna say that, you know, I test you like how James Baldwin was. James Baldwin, even with him being gay, James Baldwin had a love for black people, a love for the people.
Yes, he did.
For the people, stood up for the people. So man, love for him. And that's why I say I have mad respect. He was one of my heroes. And so and he put it out there, just like 20 years before, 2000. And so he put it out there. So just for some people to consider and think about what Baldwin was saying. That still is going on today, right now. We're in it right now. What he was talking about and guess what? The enemy has to thwart that type of stuff that Baldwin was saying. It has to, and that's why it continues even to right now and will continue 10 years from now. And the last thing Baldwin discussed, Baldwin said, Medgar Evers was my friend. Martin was my friend. Malcolm was my friend. And so now Baldwin's like saying, this country right here, got rid of 3 of my friends.
Yes.
And that's what I say to people like this right here. When people had talking about this, being fearful, I'm like, and that's what always my mind, Baldwin put it out there. 3 of my friends were standing up for us, and guess what? And they were taken out. And so we don't be operating around here with no fear. That's why I like to tell people that's one of the most ridiculous things that I hear people say they're religious and spiritual. If you spiritual and religious, then guess what? You ain't supposed to have no fear like that.
That's right. That's right.
How we walk. That's why we function. That's why some of us do what we do. We're supposed to speak up against evil and fight injustice and all of that. But when you went to Tompkins, you don't do stuff like that. I'm just saying.
No, when you went to Tompkins, you were the leaders of stuff like that. Anybody next before I go?
Yeah, I think, and I'm going to talk about this later. There's several issues that the Black community has got to understand, and one of those, I think, I'm glad Teray played that, and I want to pay homage to Baynard Rustin as well. Is the Black church and the Black community has got to get over its hypocritical, idiotic, and stupid ass fear of LGBTQ people. Get out of this stupid ass fear of what Christian values and what the white man's Bible tell you, and start embracing the community and coming together and collaborating in a way that makes sense. Now is the time. If no more, we don't get it, we don't catch it. We've got to be a collective. And by creating these fake, idiotic, stupid-ass divisive systems in a system that doesn't appreciate us, we're going to further implode. I want you to listen to something I heard last night. I was listening to the commentators on talk about the vote. They kept talking about the Latino. The Latino is now the new model minority, like the Asians. And guess what race was still not even valued? So when are we going to stop letting these petty ass arguments continue to distract us and not come together? But that's my comment on it. And the reason I said it is because had it not been for Baynard, had it not been for Baldwin, and you wouldn't have had a damn civil rights museum for the most part that was so organized. So stop with the stupidity, people. That's the message.
Baldwin remains with a green.
Codification is the key. Yes. Thank you. Can you put that up back up, please?
Drag. You didn't hear him already start talking? You must have got dragged.
Baldwin is evergreen. How long has it been since his passing? I think the biggest thing I take away from that is just the need. And I'm seeing elements of that now, small elements, but this idea of a real international solidarity amongst Black peoples. That's the only way we're getting out of this mess. And I agree, Dr. Brian, I agree with what you just said. This fear over really what it really is being different. This fear of being different in any way, we don't have the option to make being different a problem. We don't have that option anymore. We never really did.
Either. Yeah.
Okay. So this is my thought. I'm always looking at things from a totality of the impact on our community. Mm-hmm. And I agree with what you're saying, Dr. Bryant, on letting somebody else dictate things to us. And it needs to be addressed. But it also needs to be pointed out to those people who need to do better. We need to be just as hard on those people who need to be better or do better. Mm-hmm. Because without telling them that we need to effectuate change, there won't be no change. We'll continue to do the same things over and over and over again. We have to be the ones. See, somebody challenged me on what we do on this platform. On this platform, find another one that is doing what we do. You ain't gonna find nothing in this region doing what we do. But just like everything else, it's hard for black people to unify with black people. It's hard for us to catch on and say, let me join this group so that we can be more powerful. It's hard for them to understand that and to get on because they haven't suffered enough. When you suffer, it brings about change.
Yes.
Always. Like Jamal said, burn it down.
Mm-hmm.
And build it
right.
back.
That's right. That's a fact,
That's the only
Jack.
way you're going to get change, when you burn it down.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to burn it down. We ain't going to have no choice. Oh, we're going to get past him.
Mm-hmm.
But what I'm saying is we have to understand that our unity is our strength. That is your power. Watch everybody else around you. This is a team sport. We can't keep calling those people out without calling the people out who needs the help with the change. And that's your leaders. That's your churches. That's everything. The churches especially, because the churches got more power than the elected officials. But see, they too worried about a 501(c) to worry about helping anybody except their bank accounts.
They better not fuck up
So
that
hard on the preachers. You know, we can't do this by ourselves. We didn't get in it like this over a day. It ain't gonna take us a day to get out of it. But we got to get everybody to wake up and say they're gonna be a part of this. You know. Next person.
I don't think Cozy talk.
I'm good. I'm good on that.
Mm-hmm. I spoke.
I'm good. I agree all the way around the board. I agree. The code is the leader. Can you put that back, please? The code is the leader. These so-called leaders always let you down and eventually, absolutely, Chalky White. And actually, we don't want a leader because that leader is going to get unalived.
Yeah. Well, that's part of the sacrifice. That's part of the process. What you say?
Let me offer this, Cozy.
Well,
let me offer this, Cozy. I want people to stop living in this fear of martyrdom, right?
Okay.
You know, I just want to be real with you. I had two elderly parents here. I was caretaking for. Do you know the mental hell I went through running a statewide office? And the reason I did it was not for myself, but because I cared enough about people to put myself out there.
Correct.
Right? And so there were times when I had to thank God that I just had the wherewithal. We got to stop being afraid to do our part. It's not easy.
No.
It's not easy. And I look at people like Diana Harvey Johnson. I look at people like Warnock. I look at some leaders who are doing it for the right reason. And we don't see the behind the scenes that people deal with. We don't see the fact that Coretta had to lose a husband because of the work she did. We want to enjoy what Bernard said earlier. We want to enjoy the benefits, the fruit from the tree, but not even put a goddamn bit of soil down to help the tree grow. And that's got to change. We can't put the work on one person. Of course, just sometimes, and I'm going to propose something later, there might be helpful to have one person be the organizer. But at some point, everybody's got to be the branch so we build a stronger tree.
Right. We stay on code. Create a code, codes, and then stay on code.
Yeah, little Charlie.
And for the just very quickly, the infrastructure for what you're describing, Dr. Brian, that has already been planned out. I'll think about the various Stop Cop City movements in Atlanta predominantly, but all over the country. Some of what you've mentioned, those protocols are being enacted and practiced in real time.
Let me offer this, Cozy. This is what I'm talking about. And I'm gonna use Dr. Teray for example. To be a leader in the way that we need it, you need somebody who has the emotional capacity, the knowledge, the wherewithal, the skill set, and the connections to corral and coordinate people at local levels like him, and we rally around it. The problem is, like you just said, Keyshawn, I'm gonna use Cop City, is everybody wants the reward. Everybody can't be at the table. It's a reason why Martin and maybe a few others went to the White House. All 100 of us can't go, but all 100 of us can inform that 1 or 2 people and their lieutenants. But this point thing and all that stuff, I know we're not doing that, but this is not a hard thing to do. What
How
we
much
can
do we
there's
still
a
suffer
playbook
from
in
the
our
drum
face.
major?
There is a playbook in our face called white supremacy, and it's nothing new. When are we going to sit down and build a defense and win the game for once?
Well, Robert,
Again, how much do we still suffer from the drum major instinct?
Well, Keyshawn, you can take that one down. Keyshawn, you're dragging because when people are starting to talk, you're talking over them, so your feed is dragging. Ain't your fault. It's your internet. I'm gonna say what Bernard said, and Bernard says it every week. He's never changed it, and you can't keep blaming somebody else. We already know they damn did it. What we gonna do about it? We already know they did it. We already know he threw and bust my window out. Now I got to goddamn replace the window. I can't keep crying about he did this to me. I got to say, okay, let's get together. We got to be the change. Yeah, we're doing it, but we got to do it in a bigger way. We got to bring more people on with us. We got to bring more people on to this movement with us. I'm going to talk about it in a few minutes because we got 1 hour to talk about politics in 1 minute. And I'm going to tell y'all exactly what happened on that damn election, and nobody saw it happen. But like I said, Bernard says it all the time. We already know what the damn problem is. When we going to get together to fix it? We ain't no sense of sitting here telling everybody who did it. Who the fuck don't know? We know.
Yeah.
And those that don't want to know, leave them there. If the dogs are barking, keep running. If you hear them coming with horses, keep running. That was Harry Truman. Harry Tubman, I mean. But like I said, we have to be the ones that doing effectuating change. We are setting the example by what we do here. But we have to do it in a bigger way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How many of y'all got friends watching tonight? How many of y'all got friends watching tonight? Everybody. If you got 10 to 15 friends watching and they're sharing it with everybody, this is how you effectuate change. You effectuate change by having everybody participate. Power is in our numbers.
Yeah.
We can't do nothing alone. We know who the problem is. We know who caused it. We know who threw the rock. Let's solve the problem so they won't throw the rock no damn more. They ain't gonna throw the rock at 10,000 of us, but they're gonna throw the rock at 1 or 2 of us.
Yeah.
So
and at the end of the day,
it's about change and how we get there.
I'm gonna say this.
Looking like you all fucking inquisitive. Go ahead, Bernard.
No, the end of the day is this here. You can't want to be a leader today and be a little bitch tomorrow. Okay? You can't. A leader is already in you. If you got to go to school and try to how to be a leader, then you need to sit down somewhere. And you need to stop giving people wrong information and stop. I'm a firm believer this here, and y'all may don't like it. I am tired of hearing about 400 years ago. I am tired of hearing about it's the system. I'm tired of. We got a prime example of what happened last night. Let's figure out what we gonna do moving forward in 2025. Let's talk about.
That's right.
I ain't been back there 400 years ago. I ain't been back to 200 years ago. But people died for us to be doing this podcast, and people died for us to vote. Some of those guns didn't decided not to go. I don't care who you vote for. I keep telling. I don't care who you vote for. I really don't. But don't come here if you don't vote and you want to talk shit and you got to, if you ain't vote, shut the hell up.
For real.
Period.
You didn't vote.
You ain't got nothing to say. Let's move forward.
You breaking up real bad. Jamal, what you had?
So I'm gonna do this right here. I gotta do this right here. So this is the NAACP headquarters on West Broad Street, now called MLK Jr. Boulevard. And what you see it says join the NAACP. That was the headquarters. What happened right there was an assassination of Reverend James Floyd. Reverend James Floyd was a part of NAACP. One of the people at the ground, some of y'all might recognize, is W.W. Law. What happened? These people were trying to assassinate W.W. Law. What occurred? Reverend Floyd told Law, go home, forget. They're involved in the movement. Go home, chill out. You've been involved. We've been out here. I'll stay in the office. So instead of them killing W.W. Law, who they went to assassinate, they killed Reverend James Floyd. So when y'all go around here talking about we can't have leaders and other stuff, they're going to kill leaders. Stop it, that ridiculous bullcrap. Y'all cannot survive what happened 400 years ago. Y'all can't survive. That's why y'all ain't here. Y'all ain't here. Oh, but wait a minute, you are here. So that meant somebody went through that. That is stupidity. Again, that is what oppressors do to y'all, making y'all think like that. We can't have a leader. Fucking fools. You're supposed to have a goddamn leader.
You can't be afraid to die.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say.
No, it's got to be said. That's the only way people gonna understand it.
That's right.
So I'm saying, yo, you are supposed to, as a man and let me back up. When you get married, you have leaders in the family. When you have a family, you have children, you have leaders in the family. If you don't have leaders, nobody know what to do. They'll criticize young people today, saying because they ain't got no fathers, they ain't got no mothers. They don't, because they're supposed to be leaders. So when we go talk collectively, we ain't got we don't have no leaders. We just supposed to be out there. You are a freaking fool when you say that type of craziness. So I'm just throwing it out there. That's the perspective. Get it together and stop that. Don't put the poison out there. We already got enough poison coming at us anyway. When we not put the poison in us, you are committing suicide. And guess what? My people ain't survived for me to commit no doggone suicide collectively.
That's correct.
You can't talk about economics because that's what that's tied to economics. That's tied to political power. That's what it all is. But y'all gonna commit suicide because somebody said don't be a doggone leader. What the hell? Y'all need to go.
I bet you this. I bet you Project 2025 got a leader.
Yeah, the Heritage Foundation. The Heritage Foundation.
And actually, I need to be going home because I got to eat dinner. I ain't ate dinner yet. So
I ain't eat either. Go tell Tanya to cook yourself. But listen, because we need everybody's perspective on what we're about to start talking about after this break. But
I want to go home.
You are home. Bernard say you live.
You're already damn home.
Right.
Go home.
You can't be any one of us, especially in the climate that's about to come, in the climate that we're about to see, are subject to be unalived at any time because of our message, because of our fight, because of our advocacy. So you can't be afraid. I done lived 63 years. I know I look 36, but I done lived 63 years. So there's no fear in me. I've been ready to die. I'm serious. It doesn't affect me like most people think. Everybody wonders, oh, you ain't even cried when that person. Hey, you didn't see me cry, but it did bother me. But I know the fight must go on. I can't do nothing being weak, But anyway, who's your mind there talking to? Anyway,
you're right.
Go ahead, but I would say.
Yeah, you can't, and I feel the same. You can't be afraid of that. I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing and try to help my people to the day I die. And if somebody in Savannah got a hit, then hit. And Jews know what I'm talking about. You got to hit.
That's
you know
right.
what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, stop sitting in your damn house and running your mouth and go and help somebody else and help somebody else and help our community, help our kids. What happened last night was telling y'all right now, they don't give a damn about y'all.
Mm-hmm. And we finna talk about that. Y'all don't be long-winded. When we come back, we're getting on the topic, the main topic of the night, and that is the presidential election and anything that we might get to locally, because we do have a new sheriff, first time in 225 years or something like that in the history of Savannah.
Oh, well done.
American surgeon. Thing.
Great guy. Great.
Y'all, yeah. He's another Johnson High.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He's another Johnson High graduate.
There you go.
But that's my boy. Yeah, Coach Go. So we'll be right back in
what
1
happens
second.
when you smack him at him?
Then we're gonna go straight into our subject. Be right back.
Hey there. Are you ready to amplify your voice and embrace your passion? Tune in to Our Black Media Network, where community comes first and every story matters. We're here 24/7, delivering powerful content on everything from financial literacy to the latest in sports and mental health. We are unapologetically real, reflecting the heartbeat of our community with programs that inspire, empower, and drive change. Join us on all major media platforms to celebrate our unique voices and advocate for the change we want to see. With over 50K monthly viewers, our network is your go-to destination for authentic, engaging content. Be a part of the movement. Be a part of the change. Tune in to Our Black Media Network today and let your voice be heard.
Okay, we're back. And this is the main topic tonight. We're going to cover it all in the next hour.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all don't be too long-winded. If you hear that, that means that you are a little too long-winded. Let the next person go. And don't try to go twice before the next person goes, unless it's just very important that you have to get a rhetorical response back to that person. But the 2020 election has been decided, and
2024.
The 2024 election has been decided, and for some reason, the country is as divided as ever because I made a post today. I don't know if y'all get a chance, go and read it on my page. It was I might be wrong, but I doubt it. I touched a lot of things because I was a little frustrated. And I write when I'm frustrated. I write when I'm mad. I write when I'm sad. I write when I'm real happy. Sometimes I write. So so y'all read that, and you can add on whatever you want to add on and say what it is. I write it all the time. It's called I Might Be Wrong, but I Doubt It. And I have a show called I Might Be Wrong, but I Doubt It, but I didn't do it this week. I have been too busy doing other things. But the 2024 election is in, and Donald Trump has been declared the winner. The Republicans took over the Senate. I don't know whether they took the House. Did they take the House too?
At least the numbers initially indicated the House. They had the House also.
So they got the House, the Senate, the White House, and the Supreme Court. You are you are F. If you voted for them and you are a minority and you voted for them, you will soon see, no matter what your status is, that you are screwed. What you got is not going, especially if you are waiting on Black people to be a purchaser of your product. If you're waiting on them under this new administration that's coming in to help you grow, you won't see no growth. I can guarantee you that. You're not going to see anything because they already see that it's a mandate not to help you. They were given a mandate not to do anything for you. You know why? Because they said you don't care. They said you don't care. Now, I'm proud of the people in Chatham County and Atlanta. The chocolate areas like that might be all right to some degree, but it's a trickle-down effect. And so we elected everybody that we were supposed to elect here, even though we had some people that were trading out, crossing the line, doing things that they weren't supposed to do. They had things out saying that this guy was going to lose because he was with me. They'd say that the day of that he was going to lose because he was taking too many pictures with me. They were ready for him to lose. But guess what? He won because of 3 years of preparation. 3 years he worked on this. 3 years we sat right here. He sat right there. And we worked on this from day one. 3 years. But anyway, let me get off of that. That's the local election. But we're here to talk about this broader, big election. And whoever want to go first, y'all can go first. And I'll chime in whenever.
Let me go because I'll tell you, I think we were texting last night, this group, and I really, early on, she performed well. But the mandate that came through, you're talking about a mandate, people demonstrated that they were concerned about the economy. And I called Cozy this morning, and I went through a lot of emotions. I'm not like I used to be. And when you lose so much and you realize all that craziness and responding weird doesn't help. See, I just lost mom, daddy, and 2 elections. And so I'm at a different place than I was 5 years ago. So what I'm saying is this. When you take all of the emotion and all the curtains back, I agree. I voted for Harris. I believed in what she had to say. But at the end of the day, if a person cannot feed their child, if a person can't pay their mortgage, they don't care about a behavior, they don't care about abortion, they care about their everyday finances. That was a part of this conversation. I think it's horrible, and I think that people don't think enough about their neighbor because it was about money. This country just lost to the playbook of white supremacy in its finest, and it goes on every day. But we've got to wake up and realize, Democrats in particular, Democrats have to realize you can't tell people what to do. I'm a Harris voter, but when you peel the onion back, it's about the economy and that the Democrats do not know how to reach voters.
I'm going next.
I'm gonna say this.
Number one, never again do I want, mind you, this is the 3rd election that I've been able to vote in since I turned 18. I'm now 26. So I want y'all to hear my perspective. All I've ever had on my ballot was Donald Trump. This person versus Donald Trump. This is a person who never should have gotten into the position in the first place. But you know what? Here we are. This election was decided on the issues of the economy, Palestine, COVID, and white people. I say that this was decided on the economy because, well, everybody's struggling right now. Everybody. I say this election was decided on Palestine, not because people give a damn about the Palestinian people. There's no way. And that includes the people of the city of Savannah. Y'all don't care about the people of Palestine. I was in those streets, marching alongside with them in Savannah, in Atlanta, in Washington for over a year. Really, 2.5 years, sporadically. Y'all don't care about the Palestinian people, but y'all do care about the money that's being sent for the war efforts, not just in Israel, not just in the dealing with Palestine, but in Ukraine and all the other various endeavors we have all over the world. Y'all, people care about the money there. Remember when I talked about COVID? Remember COVID? What was the difference? What is the difference between 2016, 2020, and the 2024 elections? COVID. COVID never left, mind you. Remember at the beginning of COVID, you know why people were so harped up on the $1,200 checks? People didn't realize, number one, of course, we now know that the Democratic Party pushed that through, but people thought about the $1,200 tax as universal basic income on top of all the other benefits people were receiving at the time. The child tax scare credit, the rent pause, the student loan pause. I can go on. All the benefits people received back then, all of that started dwindling away. Meanwhile, the same economy that couldn't afford that, again, is sending bombs. And well, we have white people. And well, I'm gonna say it as a person who, as I mentioned earlier, I voted for Harris. I voted for Harris. I'm not ashamed to admit that. I didn't want to, but here we are. And the fact that white people were just going to do what white people did anyway, I think we were shocked because I don't know why. And it's like, we should have known better, because we should have known after Hillary that without a doubt, they were never going to elect Kamala Harris into the position. But that's the hell on us. We should have known better. We gave them the benefit of the doubt. But white people go ahead and do what white people do. And here we are. And so the fact that, so all those four issues, that's why we're in the position we're in today. We forgot about COVID so bad. We want to get back to normal so bad, so quickly, that all those programs had to go away just as fast, and nobody ever recovered. That's all I'm going to say about
that. Let me let me say this here. I ain't blaming no damn white folks for this election. I ain't blaming no. You had more black folks vote for him than white folks, man. So come on with that shit. At the end of the day, I don't care.
Keyshawn, we don't interrupt you.
I didn't interrupt you, bro. I didn't interrupt you. I let you talk.
Go ahead, Jamal. Bernard.
Martin Luther King Jr., I let you talk. Okay? My opinion is my opinion. Your opinion is your opinion. Ain't had nothing to do with it. At the end of the day, most of the people didn't go vote because they didn't want to vote for Harris. They ain't going to vote for Trump. So that's one of the reasons. At the end of the day, you know, it's about us. When my daughter came down this morning and was crying, and she's 27 years old, and said, "Daddy, what happened? I'm worried. I'm scared about my sister kids, and all that." Man, it broke my heart, because now I got to have another conversation that I don't want to have about race, about what's going on. I said, "Baby girl, it's going to be okay. You keep doing what you're doing. You building it. God got this. Whether Trump win, whether they got the House, whether they got the Senate, at the end of the day, we all know what time it is. But we so blinded that they drawed us in there and was putting us as black man against black men and black men against black women, putting out there like black men don't vote and they ain't gonna vote for Trump and all that. And see, some of y'all believe that shit and then go vote. But that's the thing they do. They come in our community and they plant that seed, and we too dumb to catch it. At the end of the day, whether it has something to do with the economy, whatever has something to do, whatever. But just the same man got 52 felons. Just the same man got 52 bankruptcy, 34 felons. This the same man that's a rapist that got charges. This the same man that's a child molester. That's the same man. If that's the case, where he can do all that, I ain't never known that a fella can be able to vote, but he did. That's the case. You might well let P. Diddy out. You might well let R. Kelly out. Okay? If that's the case, you can be a rapist and come the president of the United States. Let them out. Let them out. Stop. It ain't about no damn economy. It's about power. They got the power now. They got the Senate, they got the House, and they got President of the United States. So at the end of the day, we got to move on, and we got to get a game plan. We got to get a game plan. And I said on my show the other day, I said, let me tell you, the same shit y'all driving around in that don't look like me, we got the same thing too. We got the same thing too. So don't let Donald Trump get y'all effed up. And the words that are coming out my mouth is Bernard Brown words, not our Black Media Network words. Let's keep this shit clean because we got a long road to go. And who don't like what I say, I don't give a damn. They devils. And that's what they did. They planted the seed in our black neighborhood, and we was fighting against each other. Oh, I ain't gonna vote for that black woman because she don't know what she doing, and she married to a white man. And she was more qualified than any damn body else who run. A jackass is more qualified than a jackass who won.
All right, next. Let's hear your observations. Somebody who
come on, Cozy, because
I know I was on mute. I had to unmute myself. First of all, I want to thank all of you for staying on my neck and encouraging me to vote. I changed my mind and I did vote. I don't feel guilty about my vote. Congratulations to the sheriff and Shalina. You all got my vote. Chester Ellis, I don't know who he is, but he got my vote. That's it. I mean, I could say a whole lot more. It's just not necessary. And thank you again for encouraging me to vote and to not sit on my vote.
Good job.
That's what we do here.
Thank you.
Run tell that.
Run tell that shit right there. Word.
Keyshawn?
No, you didn't let Teray go.
Jamal next.
Keyshawn.
Yeah, Jamal next. Keyshawn already talked. He went after me.
Yeah, it's Jamal.
Yeah.
So let's get this clear. It was black men and black women who voted for Kamala. That 78% of black men voted for Kamala. That's what happened. So don't let nobody go and say it was not the majority of black. No, black folks voted. Black folks voted for her. The problem is what people have gone and said that it was once again Caucasian women have not voted. So that's why I have not changed my tune. I said it before, and guess what? Y'all can go read the stats. The information is out there. We read stats about other stuff. The stats are out there. Caucasian women did not vote. People thought Caucasian women were going to be more conscious about voting this time, and they did not. People asked me yesterday, I said, Caucasians going to be Caucasians. And that's what happened. So we don't need to try. We play all these other games and try to put it on us. No, that's why I tell you, don't be throwing that shit at me because what happened? Black men voted. Black men voted for the Democrats. If you pull the Democratic Party, the most loyal group of black people, most group that have been loyal to the Democratic Party have been black women and black men. 78% of black men. So if that had been Caucasian men with 78%, y'all all be cheering. You'll hear all that on the news. But they don't say nothing about that because that's us. So I'm just throwing it out there. So no, black folks did not. It was not no betrayal by black folks with regard to that black man. So I just want to throw that out there. What you need to be addressing is the same thing we had said 2 years ago, and we said that 4 years ago, that Caucasian women will not vote for their best interest. And that's what's going on. Caucasians in general will not vote in their best interest because they idolize certain people. Just like the same thing we talk about black people idolizing folks, Caucasians do the same thing. And we have seen that constantly, and that doesn't get called out by us. See, because we always we put the mirror on us and blame us about the stuff, but I'm saying, no, it ain't. So I'm just throwing it out there. You go look at the exit poll stuff, you're going to see, they say, hey, black men are voting for Kamala, black women voting for Kamala, but they were like, but Caucasians? That's what the problem coming down to. And so we can go and say why some people did not go and do it. And what y'all going to say about the economy wasn't working with Trump.
Yeah.
So again, at least a part of that time period. And so all that we have used all the excuses that they give us to not articulate why we don't support us. Because the poor wasn't in our best interest. So I'm like saying again, that's why I said, like, I got somebody that asked me about how I'm acting on the show. You know, I hate being on here because I gotta listen to some of this craziness that then goes out to these other people sitting at home who don't think that shit is true when I know it's not true. Yo, check this out. We got, just like I threw it out to somebody, if we gotta have a black party, we have a black party. And then we're going to do our thing within either one. But then I'm just saying, like I said on my show earlier, you don't hear no black Republicans ever stand up against any issues in the Republican Party. They'll never do that. They follow the line. They toe the line like pets. But I'm just throwing it out there. At least black Democrats, you know, they hash it on out because y'all heard us talk about this stuff. So I'm just saying right now, it was Caucasian women who once again disappointed what needs to happen. It goes back in time constantly, 2016 and all of that. And then y'all try to figure out why they done took your rights from regarding your body. It's because of Caucasian women. But we don't say nothing about it. And we're afraid about it. And some people might say, Jamal should be saying it. Get out my face on that if you want the truth.
Okay. Somebody got a cracky mic.
Yeah. I think it's Bernard.
If y'all can mute for 1 second.
Yeah, it's Bernard.
Somebody's mic, yeah. Listen.
One thing. Excuse me, I have to throw this out there. Yesterday, the president, Julius Hall, he had me out in the streets campaigning for Ricky. So one thing I made sure to do, Julius Hall said, go get some lunch, go do this and do that. So I made sure to go to the black gas station to get the gas for the vehicle. And went by 520 Wings Express on Waters Avenue, went to us. And so that's why I say, so yeah, we made conscious efforts with regard to that. So I just want to throw that out there. So politically, that's what we did based on Julius Hall. You know, he gave me the money. I made the decision from there.
That's correct. You did do all those things, and you are very conscious of what you do. Listen, I was attacked. I was attacked without my name being mentioned. But somebody told me that I was offending them, and I was not offending them. I wasn't trying to offend them, but they had offended me because they said that I should stop bashing people. And I don't bash people. We just report the news. Some people get bashed because they need to get bashed. I mean, if we don't do it, who the hell gonna do it? Mm-hmm. Leave the comments down right for a minute, Robert. If we don't give the critique of what these people are doing, who's gonna know? You know what? We just supposed to sit back and not say anything. They got also mad because I called all Trump supporters, anybody voting for Trump, to be ignorant, racist, or sexist, or just plain stupid. I understand the business part of it. So if it don't apply to you, why a hit dog will holler? Why, if you're not hit, don't holler. You know, if you supported Trump, you only care about yourself. Ain't no damn body can tell me that they care about Trump, or they voted for Trump and they care about the community. Trump ain't fit to fix nothing in no damn community, especially ours. In the business community, he might. So yes, if you voted for Trump, it's all about business for you, and I don't have a problem with that, none whatsoever. I left y'all out.
That's good.
It's about business. But those sexists, those racists, and the ignorant ones, those are the problem. These people did something that the Democrats, they keep outsmarting the Democrats. I left the Democrat Party 3 months ago, even though I mostly support a bunch of Democrats because they align with my thinking.
Correct.
But I left 3 years ago. Ask anybody in the party. I used to be a leader in the party. I left because they were too weak to do the things that were necessary. Mm-hmm. They didn't want to fight nasty.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They didn't want to get in the trenches.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they didn't donate the money that they raised to the candidates so they could win.
Mm-hmm.
It was nothing. They were more disunified than the black community.
Mm-hmm.
They were. So I said, shit, I got to get away from this. This is what I'm running from. What am I in it for? You know, and when nobody wanted to listen, nobody wanted to do anything. So, you know, like I said, after last night, I wasn't surprised. I mean, I was a little, but I saw where it was trending when they were showing us the polls, Bernard. I saw the polls. And if the half of America was still with this man after what you just said, all the things that you just said, Bernard, and they were still with him, I knew we were cooked. I knew it. There wasn't no doubt. I knew we were cooked. If half of the poll, that means, listen, I wrote something this morning, and y'all could go to my page and watch it. And I'm gonna read it real quick. And it was my column, which I write about twice a week, or sometimes every 2 weeks. I write it whenever I feel like it's an issue. That's why I tell you, it's not about bashing. We don't come on this program to bash nobody. That's not our intention. We do what is necessary.
All right.
But you ain't doing it. We do it here. This is what we do. Then the person said they didn't know what I do. Well, you must not be paying attention. But you want me to know what the hell you do.
Say it.
I disrespected you. No, you should know what the hell I do. I'm everywhere. You just show up. I'm already there. That's what we do here. Somebody got to do it. And if you ain't doing it, who gonna do it? I'm bashing somebody. I ain't bashing a damn soul. I'm only telling the truth. We're telling the truth here. We're bringing it out. You can make the decision. We just bringing it up. But anyway, I wrote the article. I might be wrong, but I doubt it. I said, analysts have so many questions about the presidential election from November 5th. Stop all the questions. There's only one answer with 3 words to why Donald Trump won this election: racism, sexism, and ignorance. I left business out. Now you find out the hard way, because that's what's about to happen. Believe it or not, you will find out. Things are really about to get worse for those who say they are struggling, but you didn't go damn vote, but you struggling. Yeah, okay, you don't want change. You want to continue to struggle. Blacks and Hispanics who voted for Trump are the most ignorant people ever born. Any group of people that can vote against their own interests are a very stupid bunch. Just look at the stage Tuesday night when Trump came out to give his speech after they called him the winner.
What happened?
What was missing on that stage? Did y'all see it? Not one black, not one person of color, not nobody, but a bunch of pale people on that stage with him. His security has no blacks on. He don't want to be around you, but you love him. What kind of slave mentality is this? I don't understand it. I don't have a problem with voting for a Republican. I like George W. Bush. Believe it or not, I liked him because he was honest to me. You know, he was upfront. But I have a problem with an idiot and anybody that has any intentions of supporting an idiot over somebody that was way more qualified than he was. No person of color was anywhere around Trump, not even the security detail. Racism in plain sight, and you voted for Master again. Your freedom does not matter. Your liberty does not matter. Now you will find out the hard way. I left the Democratic Party about 3 years ago because the party is too passive and too weak. Weak people lose. Weak people gets taken advantage of. Weak people have never been great leaders. I don't too much care for Trump, but one thing I can say about him, he's not weak. While the Democrats were having large rallies and filling up arena after arena with all these superstars, the Republicans were running a massive underground movement. The Republicans blanketed every registered voter. Regardless of your party affiliation, they sent you Trump's literature to your damn door. Every voting household in America received some type of mail from Trump, while the Democrats did targeted canvassing and targeted mail-outs only to other Democrats. The Democrats brought out all the rock stars. The Republicans focused on the flags stars.
All right.
The Republicans cooked up some New Orleans gumbo. The Democrats cooked the same old bland, unseasoned gumbo. I want some of the Democrats' gumbo, but like many others, they only gave us the liquid broth.
Say it.
Everyone, they gave the liquid broth, except to the ones they quote the important ones. The important people got the meat and potatoes of the Democratic gumbo. They fed us the soupy water that was bland and unseasoned. That's what they've been giving to the black community. The Democratic Party is like the young blacks of today, unmotivated, unmoved, and unwilling. And don't get offended if I'm not talking about you. If I'm not talking about you, don't get damn offended.
That's right.
You just one of those young blacks who are doing something. We know all of them. We got family members who are doing things. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about them ones who don't do anything. They're not motivated by nothing. They're not moved by nothing. And they're unwilling to goddamn change. They don't want to listen to nothing. They both take everything for granted. The Democratic Party took the black vote for granted. These kids are taking us for granted. They have a sense of entitlement. They don't feel like they should have to work for something that is right in front of them. They feel that it should be given to them regardless. Hats off to the Republicans. They knew who their base was and they catered to them. Nothing tangible that they gave them. They gave them inspiration.
They did.
They gave them hope. And that's enough to get you to come out and vote for them.
That's right.
Time caught up with the Democrats this election cycle. I was hoping it didn't catch up with them this time, but I knew it was because I was going to tell y'all tonight, now we got to make Kamala Harris do what she wants, what we want. Well, now we got to tell her that there's a black agenda or there's repercussions, but time caught up with them this election instead of the next. So I say you've ignored the backbone of your party and only fed the elite. Every time they went to any important city, they only dealt with the elite of that city. They didn't worry about everybody below the elite.
Not the grassroots.
They used the middle class to fill the arenas. The lower class, they didn't give a damn about. They fed the meat and potatoes to the elite. And the elite don't have but one goddamn vote. And didn't do no work. You had a chance to do great things, but you failed to deliver while you were in power. Now we all will find out the hard way. A note to the Democrats. I'm almost finished. Campaign 2028 starts today. Not in January 2028. A note to the people. It's going to get worse before it gets better. Warnock and Ossoff, you guys are up next. You're the most vulnerable U.S. senators in the country as of Tuesday night. You have a whole coalition of people in South Georgia that you have ignored, that have already planned on ignoring both of you. I don't speak for the Weeping Time Coalition. I'm just a member of it. Pastor Smalls speaks for the Weeping Time Coalition. But I know that I had planned, and everybody else who I had talked to had planned, to ignore Ossoff and Warnock like they have ignored us. No action on the requests that we have given them. but the Republican governor and the Republican legislators in Atlanta gave more than 2 U.S. senators to the Weeping Time. So who the hell you think they're going to support? Bernard is right. Everybody they look at like you ain't for you. Everybody that's in your party ain't for you.
That's right.
You know? So, and that was the end of my, I might be wrong, but I doubt it. But we have to understand that, right, your contract right here now. Oh, look. Now, I told you this was a long rant. He come in here and ring the bell on me. Listen. Okay, I'm just tired. Bernard, you take his place tomorrow, bro. That's his second contract. He got one more here. If he mess up that one there, he had 3 contracts.
Hey, well, I have a question for Keyshawn. Keyshawn, you made a comment, and as most voters and Democrats do, they don't listen. Democrats ain't shit for listening. But Keyshawn, you said something earlier that you really didn't want to vote for Kamala. Why is it that you think certain young black people defaulted and voted
for Trump? He was kind of breaking up at the end. Say that if you can.
Yeah,
say
you're
that
freezing,
last
Robert.
part again.
Robert.
All right. Well, I'll try to answer
Keyshawn,
the first part.
Okay, so Keyshawn, I'm basically asking.
He went all the way out. Did y'all hear part of his question?
I'll try to answer the first part. And that's, I mean, so again, I have been organizing with the Palestinian people for a little over a year at this point, even before October 7th. And so again, as part of an internationalist coalition, intended to build with the Palestinian people here in Savannah, I wanted to move in a direction that I felt would also assist with ensuring that the destruction in their homeland would cease. That did not happen. And the switch, when Biden dropped out, there was a lot of optimism with Harris, potentially moving away from that position. And that never happened, even though the second Biden dropped out the race, he became a lame duck president. At that point, Harris, I believe, could have really made certain platforms her own. Unfortunately, Harris did not do that. At the same time, again, some of the same people I've organized with over a year now, we are basically being told to disappear. And I'm talking about the Palestinian organizers here in this area. I know some of y'all may have our views on how the Palestinian people so far have interacted in the rallies here in Savannah, or just in general. But it's one thing to try to dictate somebody's behavior when you know they have family on the other side directly feeling the effects of the almighty power of the American empire. And so again, just me. Again, I knew me personally, I knew from the moment that Biden dropped out, I knew that I was going for Harris. But again, you're not supposed to state that off the bat. A lot of people went with Harris off the rip, and I saw some mentions of it in pieces of the discussion tonight. We didn't get anything for that. So, well, that's all I have to say on that until Dr. Bryant returns.
Okay. Well,
let me say. Go ahead, Drew.
Go ahead.
Let me say this. Not being mean, just being real. Okay. The Palestinian, what you call them, they got problems just like the black people got a problem. Okay, y'all want to give money to them? Give money to us. The United States always want to get in other people's business, but they treat us like shit. But y'all learn about the Pakistani and this, and you learn about the Mexican and this, and going back over here and sending over $1 million of a Mexican bank his first year. Who gonna do this job? We ain't gonna build no bridges. We ain't gonna continue to build no houses. We ain't gonna do none of that. But y'all folk, the Pakistani and we got to give them money to fight this war. Ain't our war. Y'all can shake your head, whatever you want to do. I'm just keeping the shit real because y'all political correct bullshit on here. We got a problem in our community. Y'all got a problem in Savannah, Georgia. Y'all got these 18-year-olds wearing hoods and shotguns and robbing people. Let's focus on that. Let's focus on you can't go down on Barkin Street. You can't go down on Barkin Street. Somebody got shot up 15 times. But y'all want to give money to the Pakistani. And then y'all will have all these people from the north stealing all y'all money and going in y'all apartment because y'all can't afford it. But y'all got that so-called mayor don't care. All y'all want to know is let's get the tourists scared, robbing y'all to death. And you talking about Pakistani? Or we got to have... Why don't y'all march and help us? And what the problem is, the people that look like us is this here. Y'all gonna march for 1 week, and then you're gonna get tired, and that's when they got y'all ass. Cause they always say y'all don't finish nothing. But y'all want to go into Pakistan and doing this, and y'all want to send billions of dollars over there. Come on, man, y'all need to wake up. Wake up. Y'all need a wake up call.
Well, they don't send money to Pakistan. Send money to
I wanna
wherever they sending money at, ain't sending it out.
That was the thing, Mr. Brown. That was the point. That was the thing. That's what I mentioned earlier. The goal was to stop the administration, was to stop the Biden administration from sending money to Palestine, period. That's what I mean when I said earlier that Palestine was an issue of this, a main issue in this election, even though the Palestinian people, I know, and I know that a lot of people don't care. But the people care about the money. People care about the weapons that is being sent to that area. That same money not being directed to us here in Savannah.
Keyshawn, let me share something with you. And I talked to Cozy about this earlier. The reason why Israel, the United States will never go against Israel is because the white supremacy playbook says we can't do that. We will never go against Israel. That's why I said this is going to come full circle. We will never go against Israel. Believe it if you don't believe it, you're a fool. We will never go against Israel.
Okay. They're protected. Okay. All right. So let me tell you this. So we doing all this talking about Pakistan, sister. You're shaking your head like you're going crazy because I'm telling facts and truth, and I'm gonna continue to do that. What's the damn solution going forward from 2025 all the way to 2028? I guess 4 years. Okay. Let's do that.
Do both.
Let's do
I
that.
said
Let's
do
come
both.
together.
Mr. Brown, I do not disagree with what you mentioned
keep
about
interrupting me? I ain't interrupting you, young
especially
man.
here in Savannah, focusing on the issues we have in this community. I never said that was never the best. That was never.
I didn't say you said
wrong
that.
thing to
I
do.
didn't say you said that.
I say we do both. We focus on both what's going on here in our own community and what's going on internationally. We have to do both.
Yeah.
That's my plan.
Okay.
The Savannah and abroad, we have to focus on the issues that are concern us here and abroad. Because again, as you just mentioned, Savannah makes a lot of money in tourism. That comes from people all over the world.
Okay, but do they
Savannah
give
is an
it to y'all?
international city.
Are y'all receiving some? I don't get. Are y'all receiving in our community? Savannah, Farrell Street, West Savannah still look the same. I left 44 years ago, and it looked worse.
It looked worse.
District 1 looked worse. So are y'all getting that tourist money? Hell no.
No, the money's going over to Palestine and Ukraine.
Wherever the money
it's
going
not
at.
going to
Well,
Palestine.
it ain't going to Palestine. It's going
Cozy. I said this. Nothing will change until we understand. Listen to what I'm saying. There is a strategy, a playbook called white supremacy. Until everybody is on the same page and understands that, that's the first step. Cozy, I want you to tell them what you shared this morning with me. And it's been going on in our face every day. And I had to sit there this morning, you all, and just look at it. It's crazy. Kamala was never going to win because it's not in the playbook. You ever want to win a Super Bowl, you got to have a defense. We got to build a defense. But Cozy, share what you shared this morning.
About what specifically? We talked about a lot. What specifically?
Well, the fact that we're take it from here. We are a country built on the ideals of white men. Those are our founding fathers. You talk about Julius, nobody's that was on Trump's team, black. There was nobody who built the Constitution that was black. So we are trying to operate in a system that wasn't even designed for us. All we're good for is the help.
Yeah. Well, Robert, I was talking about today, not.
I get what you're saying, but why would they change it?
Yeah,
they're not
because
right. But so no, take it from the why would they change it?
For the answer you, they're supposed to change it because
what?
I mean, what are you sitting there for then?
Why would I allow you to a table where I give you power?
You asked me a question. You asked me a question.
I know. I'm just saying.
I'm trying to answer. They should change it because you're sitting there right now asking them why they're doing it. That's why the hell they should change it. That's why.
My power.
Yeah. Because and we can't get into a new question. Don't ask nobody no more questions, please.
No, I want her to explain this because it's right.
You tell them. You tell them what I said.
Yeah, that's another show for Cozy. That she got her own damn show. She could explain that then. And Keyshawn, you don't like the police. You could bring that up on your show. Y'all do shows that are relevant.
Y'all can bring it up on
your show. People don't listen to. You know, but we have to be the change that we're looking for. I keep trying to tell y'all, let's stop talking. I'm a problem solver. Everywhere I've been in my life, 21 years in prison, I solve problems. I don't give a damn where I'm at. I solve problems. Ask anybody that knows me. I solve problems. That's what I do. That's what I get paid to do right now today. Solve damn problems. So we can't keep talking about somebody else doing something to us. We already know that shit. Let's see where we go at from there. What you doing to affect change right here besides talking about them doing it to us?
Yeah, absolutely.
I never talked about somebody doing it.
Amen.
You're not going to understand change because you don't understand the goddamn playbook.
No, you're talking about it all night. We know who they are.
Wait a minute,
I'm not talking about Isaiah. I'm talking about their strategy.
What you and Coach talk about?
How do you win a football game?
You have a strategy. The playbook. I don't give a damn about no playbook.
Okay, you're going to keep losing then, damn it. That's why we keep losing.
Let's use the playbook. Where's the playbook? Show us the playbook.
Show us the playbook, goddammit. Show us the playbook.
Y'all gonna really be that goddamn ignorant to say
no,
Robert. It's called supremacy, motherfucker.
You the ignorant one.
Words have meaning. Words have meaning.
Why would these people put Lord Jesus? This is why this
country is the playbook that you have developed. Show us the playbook that you have developed for us to follow.
We live it every day.
No, we just talk it every day. We don't live shit.
No, we live it every day. And if we didn't live it every day, then what? Never mind.
All we doing is talking.
I said I wasn't gonna do that.
We need to be able to show everybody else that same playbook you talking about.
You can't.
I know.
Because you don't know what
they keep talking about it instead of doing it.
You must be got the damn Dallas Cowboy playbook.
Part of the solution.
Come on, man. Let's move on.
The solution is this, Keyshawn. Well, we got to understand that we're in a system that's not working for us.
To really answer your question, to answer your question on what is needed as far as solution, I mean, we've been doing that already. As a Savannah community, I've never seen more win parties. I've never seen more attempts at win parties than I have over the past few months. That is something that this community is doing. I'm not going to speak too much about what my direct colleagues are doing in the activism space, but I know one of the tenets is just general mutual aid. So again, making sure that people get fed. That's one that I'll give that out. There's nothing harmless in making sure people are fed. It's I think people at the same time wanted some big actions, but that's not I don't know if that's realistic.
Well,
I think
we don't have a lot of time. We only got 3 minutes left.
3 minutes.
4 minutes. And one of the things that what we have to do is to start, Keyshawn. I understand that.
But that's what I'm saying. We are starting.
Okay, it's a start.
We're having the conversation,
and that's what matters. It's a start. But what we can't do is get discouraged once we start something and nobody show up. When we started this network, it was just me and Charlie Brown.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's 30 or 40 of us. We and Charlie Brown didn't give up. Me and Charlie Brown, we fought every day. Every day. Now the key people in this thing, we're fighting every day. Bernard, Robert, Jamal, me, Natalie, Eden, all of us are fighting every day.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them got to be pushed, but they fight every day. You know, and so those are the key people. Those are the ones that are working every day behind the scenes that y'all don't know. We are working every day to make sure that this stay alive. We got Roku TV. Ain't no damn body else around here got no Roku TV channel. We got our own. Go look it up. Our Black Media Network, Our Black Media on Roku TV. We got our own station. We got our own magazines. We got our own 20 plus podcast shows on this platform. And we have our own radio station now. We are doing the damn thing. We just got to keep striking the stone.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I wasn't jumping on you, Robert, about anything. I love you. Know you, my little brother. I love you. I'm trying to tell you is that playbook that you were talking about. We got to let everybody else see it so that we can follow it, so that we can effectuate change. Kingdom didn't get it done all night. We got here because of Kingdom. We're not going to get it done all night. Those people are going to have to get there because of what we do today, because of Jamal marching in the street being the one man NAACP, because of Bernard Brown with 6 damn shows every day because his computer all filled up because he on every show in America.
Damn, you gonna bust me out? Shit. It all over right now. It all over right now.
Because of what we do, and we got to continue to keep doing it. That's what it's all about. We got to keep striking the stone. That's all I wanted to say. Anybody got any last words that'll take less than 30 seconds?
Yes.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Tell that. Go ahead.
All right. I'm going to be with the next senator coming out of Georgia.
Who the hell is that?
Oh,
Brian
shit.
Kemp. Y'all better get ready.
Brian Kemp.
All right.
Hey.
But
you know what?
Governor Buddy Carter.
Hey.
I like Brian. I ain't gonna tell you no lie because Brian, even though he's a Republican, like I told you, I love the Democratic Party. I like people now. Bernard said, it don't matter how they look, is what they do and what they're gonna do. You're not gonna agree with everybody every time, but I like Brian Kemp. I do.
Yeah.
So, are you done? I don't want to interrupt your wisdom. You done?
You still talking? You had to interrupt me. Go ahead.
If you don't know what racism and white supremacy is and how it works, everything you think you know will only confuse you.
There you go.
For those in the back, if you don't know what racism, white supremacy is and how it works, everything you think you know will only confuse you. It's a quote by Neely Fuller, Neely. I land.
All right. Now tell me next week, please tell us how Black unity is going to help us. And that's what I want you to start a campaign to tell us how we going to get to the next step. We can't keep talking about it. We got to be about it.
Man.
First, we need to...
We already know what the address. We already know the problems. Let's worry about how we're going to fix it. We keep talking about the damn problem. I don't give a damn about nobody who impressed me before. I know goddamn well they ain't finna sneak up on me and do it again because I already know who they are. I need to worry about getting all y'all together saying, let's save our money and go in and buy this goddamn duplex over here. I need to get all y'all together and let's get together and let's go buy this lot over here. Until you start doing that, stop telling me about some goddamn white man.
Yeah.
I want to hear that
It's
shit.
white supremacy.
I
It's a
already know what
system.
white supremacy is.
Listen.
You
I don't
don't.
need you reminding me every day.
You don't.
Let me say this. Yeah.
Shit if I don't.
Yeah, I really
don't
don't.
need
Because
you
if you
reminding
knew
me
what
every
it was
day.
and understood
See,
how
y'all
it
want
works,
to get
That's
on
the
all
sad
these
part.
goddamn titles and shit.
And
I
shit.
don't want to hear it. Let's
And let me-
worry about how the problem, how we going to solve the damn problem. Don't
Yeah.
keep telling me about some damn white supremacy. I don't want to hear that
You want
shit.
to solve the problem?
Who's suppressing you?
Yeah, the way to solve the problem, you got to burn everything to the ground.
Burn it down.
I'm with that.
And that's
Okay.
what's got
Burn
to
it
happen.
down. That's Jamal.
Well,
burn it down.
y'all too burn it
Burn
down.
burn
At
it
the end
down.
of the day, let me say this.
Go ahead.
Whether white supremacy or whatever, and I'm gonna defend the white people that I know that ain't did a damn thing for me. At the end of the day, all white folks ain't bad. All black folks ain't bad. Okay, so I get tired of that white supremacy bullshit because you know what? Most of them supporting this damn show.
Exactly.
Most of them support this show, and
But
damn
that's
if
not
I'm
what
gonna
we're
talk.
talking
Listen,
about.
I don't care what you're talking about, and damn if I'm gonna say something about them that's keeping the lights and all this running, and then they'll turn away from that. Okay, so at the end of the day, y'all get your playbook, y'all get your white, y'all. It is what it is. At the end of the day, after me and my daughter had a conversation, we laugh at Trump. So at the end of the day, we just gonna laugh at him for the 5 more years. Hey, they ain't did enough for us. The 47th president, and they ain't gonna do nothing for us now. So it is what it is.
All right. And that's the last word. Bye.
I can't use my arugula, my kale,
I didn't say
Egyptian
it
kale,
last word either.
Ethiopian kale. Can't use
you
none of
got to
that
be
now.
real quick with it because Jamal is ranting.
You're right, Ivan.
Real,
That's
real,
the problem,
real quick.
Ivan. You're absolutely
quick,
right,
'cause we
Ivan.
got to go.
Yeah. Well, you and Ivan
I
and
will do my
understand the
best, but it's
system.
essentially like this.
They don't understand.
It's
the system.
essentially like this.
Man.
I'm just gonna say it. We're gonna have to imagine something better than the world we're living in right now.
Mm-hmm.
And not only imagine, but as everybody said here, we're gonna have to execute that.
Mm-hmm.
That's correct.
Until then, we're gonna have to keep on trucking. With the goal for the next 4 years is to survive. Until we don't need to, or something else happens. We'll see what happens.
Until everything is sustainable.
We are already doing. So the tools are already in place for us to build what we need to build, not just in Savannah but abroad. We got this.
All right. Good night, y'all.
Like this.